Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to toy-polloi, and today we are looking at penknives, specifically the Swiss Army penknife made by Victorinox. Now this is a penknife that you've seen me use across many videos. I've always had a penknife in my pocket. I remember my dad buying me a penknife when I was about 5 or 6, and ever since then I have used a penknife or carried one with me because it is such a useful tool. Now this actually is my dad's penknife. Sadly he passed away about 5 years ago, and since then I have been using his penknife. It sits on my desk here, and every time I'm going to fix a toy I grab this knife and use it. It's just an incredibly useful tool for fixing and repairing things, especially vintage toys. But sadly there is some damage on this which I'd like to get repaired. Some of the damage was caused by my dad, using it as you would use it, and there's one bit of damage that I caused while working on a toy. So today I thought I'd take a few shots of it just to see what it looks like, and then I'm going to send it off to Victorinox and we'll see what they do as far as repairs go. So this is the penknife. It's a sort of pretty standard knife. It has lots of different tools in it. It's got two different blades. We have the larger blade, which is very useful for opening packages and cutting styrene sheet. There is the smaller blade, again very useful. This is the one that I sadly broke. I was using it to prise open a toy, and you can see that I broke the end of it off, so it's not quite the sort of sharp point that it should have, and that is one of the blades that I would like fixed up. It also has a pair of scissors, which again are incredibly useful. I use these for cutting out stickers on toys. This has one piece of damage that is very common, which is the spring that enables you to actually use the scissors snaps off just about there, so that's another thing that I would like to get repaired. We also have the bottle opener and screwdriver, so that's a flathead screwdriver with a bottle opener built in. We have the can opener here, again a very useful tool if you're out camping. There's a pair of tweezers on the end, which I'm amazed I haven't lost because they're always going missing. There should be a little toothpick on that side which is missing. We also have the cross point screwdriver here, which again is a very useful tool. We have this little tool here which a lot of people don't know what it is. I don't particularly know what it is either. I think it's supposed to be for removing stones or something from horses' hooves, but it's also good for sort of putting holes in things, because you can put it in and twist it around. And as a child we used to put holes in conkers when it was conker season, so that we could thread a piece of string through and then play conkers. We've also got the saw, which I've used many times as well, fixing toys, cutting thicker bits of plastic. And then there is the file and sort of a more fine-tuned saw here as well. So it's got a file on either side and a bit of a finer saw there. It's a really nice little knife, and one, as I say, that I have in my pocket pretty much every day. But this one specifically, because it was my dad's penknife, I just want to get fixed up. So Victorinox have this service where you can send off a penknife and they will repair it. It's supposedly free if it's still under warranty, or if the sort of breakages are caused by just sort of bad workmanship. But I have a feeling that some of these breakages, because they're caused by me and my dad using it, I will have to pay for, but it will be worth doing. As you can see, it is pretty filthy. I'm hoping that they take it apart, give it a thoroughly good clean, but leave some of the sort of marks and patina on it that show that it has been used and loved. So let's get this all packed up and we'll send it off and see what happens to it. I've printed out the form from their website, so I've just got to fill in my details, a few little comments here and remarks. I'm basically going to say that this is a sort of got sentimental value, so please leave as much original as possible. It says it takes something like 4 to 5 weeks. So here it is all packed up. I'm just going to pop down to the post box, set this off, and we'll wait 4 to 5 weeks. I'm really hoping that it gets fixed up and repaired, because I was so annoyed when I broke that blade, and I'm hoping that it will come back as good as new and I can carry on using it, fixing toys and remembering my dad as I do. So let's see what happens when this gets returned. It's now been a couple of weeks and this package has just arrived back, so let's open it up and see what the knife is looking like. So in the box was obviously the knife that I've sent off, and they put it back in a nice little packaged box here. There's also a note with it and the bill, because obviously I have to pay some money to have this repaired, but it's cool that they actually send the knife back before you having to pay for it, so you can see what's done. And the invoice that I've received is a total of £15.60, so that's £5 for the servicing and then about £8 plus some other bits for the postage, so it's really not bad at all. But there is also a little note here and telling me what has been done. So it's all been repaired and restored, and it says we have kept everything including the blades since we no longer produce the special blades that were on this knife. So that's really nice. So they've just repaired the one that's there. I'm guessing they will have sort of filed it down to reshape the broken point of it. And then the note continues to say that we hope you'll be able to use the knife and enjoy it for many years to come. So that's really nice. So they haven't actually replaced the blade that I've broken, they have just repaired it. Let's take a look at the knife and see what it looks like. So here we go. Here is the knife. It's all been cleaned. I can see they've polished the surfaces of it. Let's take a look at the blade. So the main blade was okay, but I can see there that they have polished it and sharpened it. So that's looking very nice. The short blade, which is the one that they say is no longer produced, I can see that they have, they've reshaped the end of it. So the point that they've snapped off, they've obviously taken a bit more off of the blade edge there to give it a new point. That's really good because it means that this is still the original knife that my dad used. And then I can see that they have also replaced the spring on the scissors, which is something that is so often broken, but it's really useful. Without the spring, the scissors do work, but you do need that in there. Then what else have they done? It looks like everything else has just been thoroughly cleaned. I can see they have put a toothpick back in, which was lost when I sent it away. But otherwise, everything is just looking lovely. I think they have cleaned and oiled everything. It feels nice and smooth. Oh, look, they've even cleaned the file that was there and the saw. Yeah, that is really nice indeed. So for £15.60 or whatever I said, it's been really well worth doing. I've now got my knife back. So this is my dad's knife. I can carry on using it for fixing toys, but everything has been repaired on it and it's just going to last me for years to come. I have to say, I am not being sponsored by Victorinox or anything to do this video. I just wanted to see what happened when you sent a knife off to be repaired. And it may be that I send off my own personal penknife as well, because that has some damage. But I am so pleased to have this back. And as I say, I will be using it for many years to come. So hopefully this video has been of interest to you. If it has, then make sure to hit the subscribe button, tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it and want to help me out here at toy-polloi, then why not think about becoming a Patreon of the channel. You get early access to all of my restoration videos, plus access to an exclusive video series called On the Cutting Mat, where you'll see projects and restorations that you won't be seeing anywhere else. And more than likely, you will be seeing this knife in many of those projects and also exclusive videos. So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Toy-Polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.